For this experiment, you're going to need some salt, or sodium chloride, some water, stirring rod, a small container filled to the top with water, and a 9-volt battery. So as you probably know, we're going to make hydrogen gas today. So be careful and keep in mind that during this reaction, so this is the negative terminal. It produces hydrogen gas, which is what we're looking for. And this produces chlorine gas, but at a slower rate. But still take proper safety precautions. Now we're going to slowly pour some salt in and mix it together. And we're going to try and get it to the highest solubility we can. You might have to stir it quite vigorously if you're trying to get all of the salt to dissolve. After I dissolved all the salt you can still see there's a generous amount of salt in the bottom. But this shouldn't affect our experiment too much. We're adding the salt because it's an electrolyte and it will help conduct the electricity of the water. Then you're going to want to drop in your battery. And you can see the hydrogen forming. Then you place your container over it and you can see it's gathering the hydrogen gas. And you can see the chlorine gas bubbling out of the positive terminal. Now still keep in mind this is very toxic, chlorine, and hydrogen is very flammable. And if you do this for a while, the solution might get a little brownish. That's called lye, sodium hydroxide. It's used as drain cleaner, and it's extremely toxic. Always dispose of this experiment in a very special way. And you could collect the chlorine gas, but it would take much longer. I tried to add another vial to collect some chlorine gas, but that can be another experiment sometime. Also, if you see it turn greenish, so the brownish is from the lye, or sodium hydroxide, the greenish is from the chlorine. Because when it's under pressure, like in water, it turns into a liquid. So there's lye and liquid chlorine in here, but barely any. So don't drink it, but don't like poison disposal of it. You may notice the water is disappearing in the top because the hydrogen gas is going up. Also, when you take it up, you want to lift it up with the bottom down. Hydrogen is very light, lighter than air. So if you hold it upwards like this, all the gas will seep out. Like this, it will just be at the top. Also, you don't want to let this sit for too long because the hydrogen gas can make this fall off the battery. Might be hard to see, but I don't know if you can see those little specks of sodium hydroxide on there. And I'm probably going to do this experiment again maybe tomorrow if I get another snow day. Oh gosh, it's too bright for you guys to even see. There we go. And extract chlorine instead for my element collection. There we go. For my element collection. Because there's more chlorine being produced than I thought there would be. Now you can see a lot of sodium hydroxide and a lot of hydrogen. This experiment is going pretty well, and tons of chlorine. I have a feeling that this is getting a little bit too unsafe with the chlorine, and not really a great ventilation system. At least I have my hands. Get away from me, chlorine. I should be safe now, just in case. The suspense is killing me. It's taking so long. It's been like 5-10 minutes. Which actually isn't that long, but still. I can test the hydrogen with flame. However, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to ruin my vial and I don't want to do this again for hydrogen. But I could test the chlorine with sodium metal, but I don't have any. That'd be cool, but really dangerous. I know I've already talked about safety a lot in this video, but once again, if you touch this solution or get contact with it in any way that's more than just like touching your finger in, please call a poison control center. People can die from this stuff. And the hydrogen is almost done. The solution is now very dark green and the battery's fell over in the bottom. Now you can carefully remove the battery and put it in a safe place. Here you can clearly see the lye. And make sure your container has a gas-tight lid, and you can then flip it back upside down.